What's up, everybody? Welcome back to High Quality Trades, where I give you my highest quality trade setups in the market. Today, 100% free. Holler at your boy. Okay, if you are new here, this is the channel where we go over the highest quality stocks in the market, meaning only the top stocks with the highest market caps make the cut. So, if you are ready to make the highest quality trades of your life, like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Okay, guys, first up we got the SPY on the daily time frame. Today the SPY closed at 555.28. We reached a high of 556.25 and a low of 554.19. She was positive 0.12% on the day. Okay, guys, let's drop down into the 4-hour time frame to get an intraday's perspective on what price is doing. Let's bring in my lines. Okay, so it does look like we are nearing a completion of this pennant pattern on SPY. If we just take the opening here and move it over, it does look like we are reaching towards the 560 level on SPY in the coming days. That's what I'm looking for. Ultimately, guys, there are a ton of orders sitting at 560, so I believe we're at least going to hit that level before we possibly get some bearish price momentum in the market. I would say we at least need to stay above 554.78 for that bullish scenario to play out. If it falls below this level, I would look for the ascending trend line to possibly be tagged and then hold as a support level. If not, the next level of support is 550.69. So we will see what tomorrow's price action brings. Okay, guys, that's it for the SPY. Now let's go over Nvda. You guys had watched my video over the weekend. I did say that we were looking for Nvda to hold here at support of 125.58, ultimately reach higher, take out this high here of 129.74, and then fill the gap on the daily chart, which it looks like we have filled. I mean, there is something suspicious. I do recall the close of this candle of 130.78, and the high of this candle is 130.77. So we did miss it by 1 cent. I don't know how significant that is. It's a little suspicious to me, though. So we'll have to see if this maybe comes back down to tag support here before ultimately pushing higher. And then getting a full completion of the gap on the daily. Remember, this is a flag pattern that we're looking at to complete upwards of new all-time highs in the market. If we just take the flagpole and move it over here, it does put us taking out this all-time high here of 141 even. So we'll have to see what the coming days brings us. Okay, guys, that's it for Nvda. Now let's go over another day trade that I gave out last Friday, which is CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike played a dirty trick on me this morning, I would say, or on all traders in the market. If we go into, let's just go into the 1 minute actually, because it seemed to happen really quickly this morning. So as you can see, we got a quick push in the market to new all-time highs, reaching 397.22 and ultimately triggering my take profit. But I would say I just got a little curious, guys, and I wanted to see if we could stay above the, sorry, let's go back into the 5 real quick. I wanted to see if we could stay above this 394.71 level. She quickly turned around and produced a very bearish looking inverted hammer candle. Now that's like a gravestone doji. Gosh, I'd have to look that one up, but that is just a bearish looking candle right there on the 5 minute, and then she fell so hard after that candle, ultimately taking out my stop loss and leaving me just wondering what the heck is happening. So I tried to compose myself as much as possible, and I did end up holding to the 8 o'clock close, first 2 hour candle close, which didn't really give me any idea of what price was doing. It created the first purple bar on the MACD, and I decided that was a good enough sell point for me to get out of my contract. So I did ultimately sell that one for a loss, and that's just how the market goes sometimes, guys. If you don't listen to the numbers, right, take your, put your stop loss and your take profit, and eventually if one of those alerts go off, sell at that time. If curiosity gets the best of you, well, then you ultimately just lose. You lose in the market sometimes, right? That's just the way it goes. But so I've exited my contracts on this one. If you remember me saying this was kind of a sloppy pennant pattern, so I'm just gonna stop trading this one. Ultimately, the signals after the bearish price action that we got in the first 4 hour candle does remain bullish. So we'll have to see if CrowdStrike can continue higher and ultimately close at new all-time highs. Right there, we just got a test. We got a spike of a new all-time high, and then quickly the bears stepped in and pushed price back down. But I'm going to stay away from this one now, guys, so you do what you want with it. Let's go into AMD. Now, AMD had some very bullish price action today. It does make me very sad that I closed out my contracts on it that I had purchased last week. I remember getting the 160 contracts on this day when we just peaked out of the flag pattern, and then ultimately we broke back down really quickly. But man, if I would have held those contracts, look at this. We're all the way up to 180 now. That's a good profit for sure. But ultimately, I'm a day trader, guys, and I can only hold stuff for a day or two max. Just the way I am. I try to take my profits as quickly as I get them. So, okay, so we did take out our next price target here, which was the 174.56 level. We need AMD to stay above this support level, and then ultimately we should be reaching upwards of the 183.76 level, the high of this candle here. If we can break that, then we should be pushing higher towards the completion of the bull flag pattern here, which you could look at this two ways. All right, this is the smaller bull flag that I got on the charts right now that reaches to the it reaches to 188.81. But if we go from the bottom, which we could, that does put us higher up on AMD. We could say this pattern could complete upwards of 196.18. So I like the higher level, of course, because that just means AMD is going to be at a higher valuation and just an overall better looking stock at that higher price. But we will have to see what the price action ultimately tells us in the coming days. All right, that's it on AMD. Now let's go over Home Depot, which was the new day trade I gave out on Sunday. This one hadn't broken its trend line, but if you notice, we did get a break of our trend line today, and I had entered in some calls on this stock. Not up on my contracts yet because it seemed like I entered at the top of this candle. I believe I purchased the 388.50 or 387.50, I think it was, calls on this one. So I'm looking forward to reach the 345.69 level, possibly tomorrow. If I see HD around that level, this is my take profit actually, so that's when I'll be exiting, and then just sitting on the sidelines, probably waiting to re-enter. We could get a push high up to this gap fill on the daily. That is a second take profit. Say if we just blast past the 345.69 level, we could go and fill this gap up towards 350.95. That would be very cool. But yep, I'm in this trade currently, and we will have to see what tomorrow's price action brings. That's it for today's video. I wish you guys the best in your trading. Thank you guys for watching high quality trades, and I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Goodbye.